It was the summer of 1957, and Altoona was all abuzz with baseball.
It was the thing to do for people in town.
A Blair County-based all-star team of teenagers battling against the best in the country, the National Amateur Baseball Federation Championships at historic Cricket Field. It was a 16-team double elimination tournament. Through 8 games over 4 days, the Kelly Stars took over headlines and won hearts with their amazing Cinderella story.
Quite honestly, we were a team that I don't think was considered to be one of the favorites. We just played really well. The pitching was just outstanding.
As we won a couple of games, we started to get the feeling like, hey, maybe we're into this. Because most of the Altoona teams, all of the Altoona teams up to this point, no one ever lasted more than a day or two. So here we were going into the 3rd day and still in it.
Just the excitement of every game you won. You got close, and all of a sudden you felt like you could win a national championship against good teams, you know, coming in. But still, it kept building.
Building to the title game, Altoona versus Louisville for the NABF championship.
We dressed prior to the game at the Altoona YMCA, which was on Lexington Avenue, and we walked down to the field, and which was about 2 blocks away, I guess. And when we walked in the afternoon prior to the championship game, I mean, to see that crowd and the ovation we got was just phenomenal.
Larry Stoltenberg was just battling every inning, and the other pitcher, Willie Hoffmeister for Louisville, we didn't get a hit off him until the 10th inning, till Tommy's double. And then I was able to get on first. And the key to that game, one of the keys to the game, besides our good defense and everything else and great pitching, was the Bobby Irwin slide into second base. His takeout slide, a fundamental thing to do, took out that second baseman, and I was able to come in and score.
Looked like a perfect double play. They throw to second for the second out. Bobby Irwin made a real hard slide into second. The second baseman overthrows the ball to first, and Carl DeCasper scored. I mean, I can see it like it was yesterday.
People in the stands, everything around it, and just was amazing. You know, little kid from Williamsburg coming up and seeing thousands of people around the stadium rooting for the home team to win, and then you know, being able to win it the way we did, the 1-0, and Carl scoring the winning run, and us hanging in there.
All I know is when I hit home plate, it was I was under a pile of humans. I was really scared, as I recall. I didn't know I was going to survive because the whole team and the crowd, it was one of the most exciting moments ever, and we'll never forget it.
When you think of a group of guys, like we weren't all from Altoona, there was Tyrone, there was Phillipsburg, there was Williamsburg, just being put together and being very well coached there. I mean, it was probably the first time that I, coming from a small town, had a chance to be a part of something really big. In high school, we won the basketball thing, and we were pretty good at football, but still, this was a national stage.
I think of the people that not only supported us, but I think of the men and women who came to the games, donated their quarters and dimes and 50-cent pieces so that we could have bats and balls to play the next game. People, a lot of the hardworking men who would come to the fields and drag the fields and fill up the holes and dig out the mud. And when I think back to those people, I feel like when the Blair County Sports Hall of Fame honors us, they're honoring them.
You know, just to be part of that history. I mean, to this day, you know, people my age and younger who say, well, I was at that game, you know. I mean, it means a lot to me. It really does. This is really special.
Special time, really special time, especially here.
That is certainly deserving of your applause, and also a round of applause for Kelly Goodman, who wrote and produced that piece. Wonderful, wonderful job. Those are memories of a lifetime for everyone, and it is my distinct pleasure now to introduce to you that 1957 National Championship team. Gentlemen, as I call your name, please make your way up right here in front of the dais. No fighting for the spotlight position. We'll get everybody in here. Coach Bob Birchfield. Coach Joe Carreri. Equipment manager Bob Reisinger. And just an addendum here, thank goodness, all 19 of the players are still with us. Not just here, but they're still with us. Catcher Marlon Berry. Outfielder Francis D'Amico. Center fielder Carl DeCaspers. Second baseman Dave Four. Third baseman Charlie Hess. First baseman Ed Hoover. The man who made the slide, shortstop Bob Irwin. Outfielder Bill Julius. Pitcher Bob Kelly. Second baseman Jim Lane. Outfielder Dick Ramey. Pitcher Dick Rupert. Pitcher Larry Stoltenberg. Infielder Carmen Variata. Catcher Fritz Whitaker. Pitcher and tournament MVP Bill Ingram. And members of the team who could not be here tonight, Galen Hall, Tom Lane, Eldon Lower, and two coaches who passed away, Milt Newman, and just a couple of weeks ago, Bob Birchfield's brother, Bill Birchfield. Ladies and gentlemen, a tremendous round of applause for the 1957 NABF National Champions.